Welcome back to Szpakowo. It's time. It's episode 6. With me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, another day begins. We're into October. I spent most of yesterday doing more contracts. I did another red beet one. Well, I finished off the ones I had. And then I did another red beet one, another potato one. So I've got some stuff to show you. The red beet, I made an absolute catastrophic, well, not catastrophic mistake. As it got to the sell point, I made a mistake because I took the harvester over rather than tip into a trailer. The last of it, I thought I'll just take it over in the harvester, and I unfolded the pipe into the sell point, which was fine. When it got to contract complete, normally I would close the back of a trailer, so I'm pressing the button to close the back of a trailer, but I meant to bring the pipe in, so it sold it all. It was £6 on top, which at the end of the day I don't mind. I was hoping to have the red beet as an additional. We have a tractor supplied. Rob from Hawkeye Farms, who I mentioned, has sent the New Holland over. So we're going to load some parsnip up for him in a little while, but I wanted to show you the potato we've got. This is from 2 potato contracts. There's a fair bit of it there. I think we're looking at 40 plus 50,000 litres of potatoes. The other thing as well is these silage bales aren't ours. They don't belong to us. They belong to another farmer who was temporarily putting them there. So I've asked if they can be removed because we own this plot next door as well now. And I thought we could maybe put a shed or something on there for storage. I don't know, maybe if I put a shelter over this, then we can, whatever we end up doing. So we've got a couple of baling contracts to do. One is a silage baling, one is a hay baling contract. But what we are going to also do today is going to go across the road because up to 142,866. I'm going to go and grab that slurry spreader, bring it back to the store, sell it, and get one that's, I think, it might be a larger capacity, but for less money. I think it's about £9.5 grand, and I am going to get that mixer, that forage mixer, the one that I had on Survive to Farm. I've had a look at various different ones available, and for the price and the capacity, it's a pretty good deal. You can't go wrong. Yeah, so at some point those bales are going to be going, but I am ready. We are going to purchase this plot, and then what we're also going to do, if I don't get run over and end up in hospital, this is grass as well, which means we can, if we get some grass stuff, I mean, if I lease some grass stuff, we could do some of our own baling, because we've got our own baler, so all I need to do is, if I want to do silage bales wrap, but if not, just mowers, just a windrower, maybe we'll go down that route, maybe won't. So yeah, I'm going to put in, I haven't used something else. I haven't used the farm production pack. I haven't really used the farm production pack, so I'm thinking of one of the vending machine things. So we're going to get the land. We're going to put in our first item for our farm supply company. So we're going to get a vending machine in, and possibly a little sell point, because that is technically a sell point, and maybe a little hut, maybe something decorative to show people that we mean business. We're new in town. This is going to be something really cool, and I've been working on. Oh, you've probably already seen it on the thumbnail. Been working on our little logo, very Yoda, very Yoda inspired. But anyway, yeah, there is no try in MrSealyp Farm Supply. We do. There's do or do not do. There is no try. So let's buy the land. So plot 10. We said we're going to do. Oh, that's something I've got to do. 47,000. That's now ours. We haven't done any because we got precision farming on. I haven't done any sampling, have I? I need to get at least a little. I don't need one of the big ones that does, massive fields like I've done before. But maybe get a smaller version and do a bit of soil sampling. Or I suppose we could pay for how much is the soil sampling. That's what I've got to. There's our precision farming. I'm going to put in the couple of bits I was going to put in, and then we'll, like I say, this is going to be our plot. So we're going to have maybe a greenhouse or two. Like I said, maybe garden centre. It's not necessarily about making a huge amount of money on this particular endeavour, but it's for people to be able to come and buy products. So I'm thinking of, we could have one that does your normal stuff, lettuce, tomatoes, but one that does shrubs and things like that. Not an open, I don't know, do I want an open garden one? Might look quite cool. We've got some decorative stuff, some plant pots, and we're going to build up our little plot. I might actually put some stuff over this. And then, yeah, and then this can be mowned, yes. So, I'll get cracking with that. We are off the ground. Couple of little bits to get us started. We have got, I'm going to have to look and see what that means. I'm assuming it means the land is for sale, is it? I don't know. I'll have a look at that. So we've got some planters in. We've got sell point, small one just over here. So for selling of goods, is there a light switch in here? I think it's probably a bit small to have a light, isn't it? But anyway, sell point just there. So it's going to be a combination of sell points, productions, various different things like that. We've got a vending one here. So this vending machine, you know, we have that thing where it has, let's say, daily challenges. It has things that it wants. Wash, sugar beet, wash. Oh, that's the point I said about that. The wash plant and stuff, didn't I? I forgot we had that available as part of that pack. Besides, we could do... Does it do potatoes or is it just sugar beet? Strawberries, wash parsnips, wash potatoes, yeah. So we could get a wash plant, but I think the wash plant was quite expensive, if I recall. Well, this doesn't open, does it? But we got that, and then we got this for when we get to that point, and we've got some plants and stuff to sell. We've got a sell point here for various different plants as well, and we will get to a point we've got a greenhouse and some other things on here. And then I thought, you know, why not just make it a bit more interesting? I think what we might do just around the back here, have a couple of picnic tables maybe. I suppose we could put a cafe in. We could have a little cafe maybe. Maybe just a bit of grass work on here, but we've got the we've got a hay bale tractor. Why not? Why not? So next job. Go and get that slurry tank, bring that over to the store, go and check out this tractor that Rob sent over for us. Then I'll grab a trailer, we'll go and get a load of parsnip because that's got to go off to Rob. He sent the tractor over from Fruling and he was doing a lot of work over here in Europe. I think he's headed back to, I'm sure he said Iowa. He's heading back to Iowa. It all got a bit too much, so he's heading back. So I need to grab my tractor. Let's go and grab that slurry tank because it's been over there for ages. And then hopefully by the time we're done that will be gone. I'm assuming whoever owned the farm before I bought it was just like leasing the ground out, I guess. I don't know if we can smooth it all out, and then we will move on. I need to get the sewing machine. Not the, what am I? Yes, the sewing machine. I'm going to do a bit of make some garments, some clothing. The seeder would be a great word I could use, or planter. I mean, technically, I suppose a machine for sowing of seeds is a sowing machine. But I looked over there as well and saw that and thought, oh, you know what? Maybe a root crop storage. There are a few. There's an underground one, an underground, overground, wombling free. There's a couple. Not let's say a couple. There's a load of root crop storages knocking about, and I've used all different ones. But I think they're fairly expensive. So again, at the end of this episode, before the next episode, I'll try and get those baling contracts done. So I'm likely to have some extra bales. I suppose what I could do, and again, I'm going to end up using the same mower just to get us started, and probably the same tedder until we can build up. I could lease other stuff. Actually, I don't know what's the horsepower of that tractor that Rob sent us. I can't remember what he said. 242, 292. It's chip tuned or something. Awfully fancy. I mean, all very fancy. It's an older New Holland. But it's very kind of him. So thank you, Rob. Right. So this will go back. We'll sell it. I do need to get... I suppose I do need to fertilise my field, but I don't think... We won't have enough slurry of our own from our outhouse. I was going to try to slurry or manure, but we don't have a muck spreader yet. So a few more purchases and we go over to the store. So I want to get that feed mixer as well, and then we'll be sorting out cows because yeah, the cows on Survive the Farm weren't mine. but it'd be nice to have our own cows. Like I said, we can then produce manure, we can produce some slurry, we can get that ticking away. Don't know how many cows we're going to get. I'm going to do some more contract work in the local area. Oh, all the stuff's there for the baling contract. I forgot about that. If you move something out of the way, it's actually pretty cool because it comes with the Krone 450, which makes life a little bit easier. Although one of the contracts is, the first one will be fine, but one of the contracts is for hay, which means if I use that, I mean I still do it. If you use it on swathing and then you ted, it tends to spread the swath back out again. But I think this comes with baler wrapper, because the first one is a silage baling contract. So what we'll do, let's move some of this gear out of the way. Oh, I haven't used that before. We haven't used the oxbow. Windrow, that'd be quite cool. So we've got a windrow, that's good. So for the second contract, which is for hay baling, I'm going to have to lease a tedder. Or if I buy one, actually, we could buy one. I said about that and that. I'll show you though. I think I've got them installed and good to go. The mowers, and again, like I say, I've used them before. Might have used them on. Did I use them on Evergreen Valley? I'm trying to think. Definitely used them on Ballyspring, albeit briefly. They're a good entry-level set of mowers. Not very wide, nothing, you know. God, this is a big old bit of kit. I'm going to move all this out of the way. Let's get rid of this. So I'm trying to decide, what do I do about spreading fertiliser? I don't have anywhere to get slurry. Unless there's somewhere on the map. I don't think there is somewhere on the map. Well, maybe I'm wrong. I'm trying to remember if one is map tour and that kind of stuff, and whether or not there is at the animal dealers, if there's a slurry pump. What that? Someone's on it. There we go. That's better. Right. Let's have a look and see what we've got available. So that should be. There we go. No, we want to sell that. Sell for 19,703. Result. Sell that. So going to the store. We're open nice and early. Yep. I'm sorry. Anyone who's Polish, in the last episode when I said that's what I was going to say, I wasn't being rude or derogatory or anything like that. And I've been trying to make out what he's saying. And I suppose if you're Polish, your ears probably tuned into that and you'll hear it straight away and know exactly. Anyway. So if we go to our mowing equipment, right there, please tell me I've got it installed. Here, these two are brilliant. 7 meters for next to nothing. They're absolutely perfect. When you look at the price of some of the other gear, to get us started, that's a no-brainer. So you know what? I'm going to do it. What's our colour options? Oh, I don't think I've had these in red before. Have I? I don't know. Let's buy them. I wasn't intending to do this. This is all. At least I better find them nice and easy as well. If they're green, they get lost in the grass. Let's buy those. The other thing I was going to look for then was a tedder. Now my tedding options, I've used this. I do like that. That works really well. And then we've got like the hay bob. They work really well too. And I've used the hay bobs a lot. I mean, that one, to be fair, is only 2,800. That's incredible. And then that one's 6.5. I mean, not mad money. 3 meters, 2.8. I mean, very little difference in it. And if I've got a swath, that's perfect. I don't want it spreading out miles. That, you know what? I'm buying it. I'm going to get that. Why not? It's a tedder. It's going to work perfectly. No problem at all. Then there was the animals, which again wasn't expensive. That one there, the KT10, 10 grand. Don't really want it the same colour. Do I want red again? Brown. Oh, I don't know about that. Was it? I can't remember what colour we had it on thingy. Oh, we'll go blue. Blue and oh god, that's a bit grim, isn't it? Oh, at the end of the day, it's going to do the job. Don't want a license plate. Let's take that off. 10,500. That's a no-brainer. Feed mixer for cows sorted. What else? Is that for the time being? What did I come up here for? Oh yeah, I remember now. And then it was the slurry spreader. So we sold our slurry spreader. But there's one that I found which wasn't too bad. Yeah, look. 9,100 litres. Our other one that we just sold was what, 8,200 was it? 8283. So, and for 5,850. I don't have to change anything. Spread width of 13 metres. Everything seems to be red at the moment though. Do I want hoses? Yeah, let's have a hose on there. Why not? 6,800. I mean, that's just... I haven't got any slurry to spread at the moment, but if I find something, that's great. 27,500, and we've got ourselves a set of mowers, we've got ourselves a tedder, we've got an animal feed mixer, and we've got a slurry spreader. If you're looking for bargains, people, Bargain Hunter. What's that guy's name that used to do Bargain Hunt? Is it Dickinson? Is it David Dickinson? The orange guy, the guy that uses the tanning bed way too much. I'm sure it's David. Did I call him the Duke or something? I'm sure it's. Oh, am I dreaming that? I don't know. Right. Anyway, all this cool stuff. I don't know what to do with myself. This is brilliant. So take the mowers back. Oh, that's the point. Whereabouts? It's over here somewhere. There we go. That's the New Holland. So it's an older version. It's a T7060. So not before we went into the sort of T567s, an older version. It's a big old unit though. So that's from Hawkeye Farm. So Rob at Hawkeye, thank you very much. I've been assured that it sounds awesome. It's not bad, gives us a bit of oomph, doesn't it? If I put the hay bob on the front, just for transportation purposes, put the feed mixer, so we'll take all this back to the farm, and then what was I going to do? We do need to get that field done. Like I say, I'll see if I can find a slurry source. I don't know. It shouldn't be too expensive to buy. I want to be in a position where we're producing it, where that's something we can supply at our farm supply. But for the time being, like I said, we've got to build the farm. I'll take these back. I'll get the mowers back. Then I'll get a trailer. Like I say, the baling will be done at another point. That's a unit. That's a proper bit of kit. I have to say though, what's happened here? Why is that attaching? Is that attachment adjustable? That shouldn't be doing that. That's awful. That can't be right. Oh, there's not something wrong with this. That's terrible. That's just going to drag on the ground. No. That's going to catch on everything. It's broked. We're heading up to the farm to load up a trailer of parsnip, which is going to go off to Rob. And there's going to be a couple of trailer loads I think will go. Maybe 3 actually. We might be better off at some point getting an extension for this trailer, I think. But that's all to come, I guess. To go up through the yard. We're going to need our cedar as well, aren't we? Which is just there. But for the time being, let's go around the back. There's new cows and stuff here as well, can't we? Luckily the trailer hooked onto the back of the weight, which made life a little bit easier as well. I'm going to get this wrong, aren't I? Just trying to think the angle I want this to be at to make it easiest for... I get it wrong every time. Whenever I do anything loading, as I was saying, you would have been better off if you put it X, Y, Z, Z. Right, we've done that bit. I think we are probably going to be better off at some point getting a telehandler, but it's going to take a little while, but that's alright. Let's take that a little bit further. There we go. Ah, how did I manage that? Been on the blower with Rob. I'm taking it to the root crop storage centre, which is just over the road, just up here. They're going to get it shipped. They'll get it boxed, bagged, bundled, however they do it, and they're going to get it shipped. He also said he doesn't mind having red beet. A mixture of parsnip and red beet is absolutely fine. Doesn't mind potato as well. I might keep hold of the potato. I think I can probably do more with potato. Is there one of the biogas plants that takes potato? That might not be a bad idea. That's the one we used in Evergreen Valley. Was it how much was it to place? I can't remember now. But that took straw and potato. Sure it was. As far as producing digestate goes, that's a winner. Also, we have found a place in the village. There's a guy who, I mean, basically just sells stuff, you know, whenever he gets odds and ends in. I guess we're going to end up being a kind of direct competitor to his I suppose you can't say company. It's out of his backyard. He's got a couple of old silos. He's got a point for manure, point for slurry. You can go and purchase. So we'll do slurry to start off with until we can get our cows going. The other thing I've remembered as well with the farm production thing, we can. I said about the wash plant. We can also use the Lely sphere. I haven't used that yet either. We can use the Lely sphere and we can produce liquid fertiliser. If we get cows and we put it close to the cow barn, it will use the air from the cow barn. We need to buy some, what's the treatment stuff we need to get? Anyway, there's some stuff that we need to, that will go with it, and we can produce liquid fertiliser. So we might do that. Although the Lely sphere is 80 grand, I want to say, so I'm not sure. Anyway, so this will be dropped off and shipped. I'm going to go back and get another load of red beet. Not quite sure where they want it. Another field over the back here of corn. I'll keep an eye on the contracts page because I really was hoping we'd be able to get some. Oh yeah, they got lorries and stuff. They'll get it shipped. They do the long distance hauling that I can't do. So anyway, right, get this done, get the red beet done, and then we'll get over. Grab the slurry tank and grab some slurry. Our two fields, they are ploughed now, so I just need to get those fertilised with our precision farming. Oh, we haven't done the oh, so much I want to try and get done in this episode. I'm not going to get it all done. We need to sort out, that reminds me, these. Oh, why are they, if that one's the standard, that one's 32.5, 65, and they go further and further out. It should be way cheaper to get the standard than going up to the 260. It's going to cost me a fair old chunk to lease one of those. And that's the thing, I suppose. If I look at that, okay, let's say for example that I thought we had. Oh yeah, the colour option. So we can go for a coloured option if you want to. To lease that. Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be way more than that. 867. Is that going to be cheaper than what it would cost us to do the soil sampling? The question is, do I go for the 32 or the 65? The less samples I can do, the less money it's going to cost me, which makes more sense. So I think we're probably going to need to do that, aren't we, before we finish? Let's get our field sorted out. I'll worry about doing all the mowing. I'm going to do some mowing on our other field. Yeah, we'll sort that out first. Let's get one of those ordered. Just think, will the 32 or the 65 be too much? Oh, you know what? We'll get the 65. We'll get it standard. 867. It may end up being a false economy again. You've got to weigh up. On smaller fields, it probably isn't as good. If you're doing massive fields where the potential is you're going to have loads and loads and loads of soil samples to do, least cost of 867, you might as well. If you're going to be doing it all the time, then buying one, yeah, why not? 17 grand. But to be fair, at least it's fine. I think our silage bales are being removed. And I'm going to move a couple of bits of equipment around as well. So I'll see you in a little bit. Back over there. Slurry, yeah, we'll get it all done. We'll try. There definitely seems to be a problem with the hitch. Not everything is hitching up poorly. Some things are and some things aren't. It's very strange. Yeah. Anyway, I've got the soil sampler on the front. We're going to pop along to that guy's house and grab some slurry. We're going to go to our two fields to do the soil sampling. Then we're going to slurry spread. I've already taken the liberty of bringing over our cedar from the other farm. This does sound cool. Now where is it? It's along. Oh, it might be here. Oh, that's tight. How am I going to get in there? Can I back in? Or does that gate open? No. I bet your life some traffic's going to come. Right, so we can back in. Oh no, it doesn't like that, does it? Oh dear. No, we hit the limit of our turn there. Right, okay. Probably could have done with a smaller tractor, couldn't I? Come on, if you're going to go, go. There you go. Right. Try and turn that again. Too tight. Now turn. Yeah, you too. Go, see what happens, mate. See what happens. I'm like the Hulk. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Where are you going? What? People, I don't know. So the dog's been put away as far as I'm aware. Don't know how expensive it's going to be. He owns both these properties. We should be in there. What's it going to cost us? Hopefully not too much. This holds a fair bit. I don't know how much we're going to need actually. We'll have to come back and do another load. But we've got some contracts in hand, and the great thing as well on here, being that we have got contracts available, it doesn't even matter if I just pick up something that I don't necessarily need to do. It might be there's a crop I don't necessarily want, but if I can pick up a contract for 2-3 grand, it might even be 2 grand, it will cover the cost of things like this. It will cover worker fees, it will cover odds and ends. Contract work is great like that. You know, you can pick up something that you don't necessarily want for any particular reason, but it will actually work out better. I can't get out the back, can I? Oh, I could go across the field. Oh, I probably shouldn't go across the field. How much did that just cost us? 300. That's alright, isn't it? For 9,100 litres. Not knocking it at all. Like I say, hopefully, once our outhouse has been used a little bit more, and we can be producing a bit more ourselves, once we've got the cows on the go, like I say, that biogas plant might not be a bad idea. That'll be digestate, but we can still spread it. And what we don't use, then we can sell to other farmers. Farm Supply Nouse, that's what we've got. We need our house, which is in the middle of our street. I will swap over the, or drop the tanker off. Actually, can we do soil sampling from the front? I've never tried that. I don't see any reason why not. We're still soil sampling regardless, aren't we? Right, let's drop this off. Let's do that. Let's go into our field. Let's open that up. Oh, blimey, look at this. That's nuts. That's way bigger than I thought it was going to be. That's going to be... Oh, okay. That's going to... Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. What did I go for? The 65? We're going to do the whole field, aren't we? I mean, not, that's brilliant. And the surrounding neighbourhood. One soil sample for one field. Let's do it. Let's lower that. What was that? I guess what we need to do, let's have a look in here. Yeah. Wow, I could have got away with the 35, couldn't I? On some maps I've used the full Monty. So it's done our entire field. The other one's probably going to do the other one as well, isn't it? We should be. We've gone into part of the other field as well. Right, do we have to send that off? Normally we have that option. Is it triangle when we're done? I can't remember. Don't use these very often. As you can see as well, we go across here. The bales have gone. Farm didn't hang about. Got a couple of bits of our equipment moved over there. I'll move the plough over there as well. Put that in the gap. At some point, maybe put a shed up. Just gives me somewhere to line the equipment up because it seems to be just piling up all over the place. So. Oh, I forgot about the ditch. Oh dear. Right, let's get just looking bottom left. Let's get over as far as we can get it to about, I think we're going to be the same here, aren't we? Pretty much the whole field. Let's go there, drop it down. Does it not be making noise? Apparently not. Oh, we've missed off. Look, just the end. I probably could have come a little bit further forward, which means I've got to do another one. Yeah, soil sample taken, then we have to send them off, don't we? That's annoying. Do I need the soil sample for that end bit? I suppose I do for everything. I mean, that's, what's it, 100 for each soil sample, so we're looking at 1100 all in. Yeah, I probably could have got the soil samples purchased for less than that. Never mind. Raise it up. Fold it up. Triangle. Soil samples have been sent to the laboratory. I wonder if Dexter will be working on those. Well, it depends which one. You're going to be thinking of one Dexter. I'm thinking of a different Dexter. Mine's more cartoon focused. Let's go and grab the slurry spreader. Get the slurry spreading done. Actually, we're probably still going to need that on, aren't we? So we can see, yeah, 300 soil samples analysed, which means we'll now have our soil data, which means everything else will go down nicely. We've got our RTK station. Whoa, forgot about that. Blimey, I'm having a nightmare. I'll leave that sampler just by the side here for the time being. We'll send that back. Once we buy some... Actually, do I need to soil sample my other field if I'm going to be mowing it? I'll probably not. But then am I going to fertilise it? Maybe. Oh, maybe I'll do that one later. So, how bad is this going to be? Oh, that's the other thing, nitrogen. Actually, let's have a look and see what we're looking at. So there's our soil touch. We did half of that field as well. This is our field there and that one there. God, it's very spotty, isn't it? It's pH level, so we're going to need to do some lime. I forgot about lime. Ah, that's our nitrogen. Okay. But bearing in mind as well, we're paying 300 a load for this. Oh, hang on. Idiot. I'm forgetting all the rules. I can do nitrogen first. There's absolutely no point me putting this down until I've put down the seeding, because it works out based upon what crop you put in the ground, doesn't it? That was a waste. I need to sow first. Of course I do. I'm forgetting everything. I'll go and grab the seeder. Then we'll do that. Lime. I didn't even think of lime. Where am I going to get lime from? Is there a lime station anywhere? Down near the stone quarry? I don't know if there is, actually. We might have to go and buy some. Do we have access to big bags of lime? Let me just double check. There we go. That'll do. Let's grab... Do I need two? Not that I've got anything to put them on the ground with. We'll have to lease a lime spreader. We'll just get a small, like, rear-mounted one. Should I do the lime first? Lime first, then seed. Oh man, I'm forgetting all my own rules. Right. I'll bring the tractor over anyway. We need to put the seeds in it. We've had a bit of paving, done a little bit of paving around, tidying things up. Look, oh, that's nice on there, isn't it? All very tidy. Lovely. Mowers are over. Tedder's over. So we're good to go on that. Did this stuff here. Maybe put a bit of grass in there potentially. And then we need to open that up. Back up. Seed in. Again, we're probably going to need to get a different seeder at some point, but for the time being... Suspension's very soft on this tractor. I mean, I know it's a lot of weight on the back of there, but I think I've put a front weight on this, haven't I? Let's balance this up a little bit. That's better. Front weight gets us a bit of bounce. I'm going to put wheat in this one, barley in the other. Again, that will help with seed production moving forward. Wow, look at that. That's wet. Right. Whoa. Now we're unfolded. And once this is in the ground, then we can slurry properly, because it knows what seeds in the ground. It will know what nitrogen it needs. Oh, hang on, I was on. Oh, what's wrong with me? Shouldn't be liming on top of the seed, should I? Stop. I'm gonna hang my head in shame. Let's grab that. I just need a small, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. I haven't used this enough. Right, let me go and get a lime spreader. I've only rented for the time being. Whoa, blimey. We've got a Vicon, 1,700 litre. I said 1,700. Okay, 1,650. And I've leased a weight because as soon as I put that on the back, I mean, this, it's working. Is this supposed to spread at 12 metres? Let's see if we can get this right this time. There we go. It's not using as much as I thought it was going to. I mean, they're fairly small fields, let's be honest. Mind the ditch. I went into the ditch last time, don't want to do that again. Well, that's an interesting lime. It's normally a lot whiter than that. I like that. It's more of a greyish. It has a more of a powder look, I'm not going to lie. Didn't know there was a difference. I've never really noticed before. I'll have to get another load to the other fields, but at least I can get this one done. As always, again, no plan survives contact with MrSealyp. Not quite what I was intending to do in this episode. I mean, mostly. I got most of it done. You can see down bottom left the different shades of green we're getting here, because it depends on the soil type what's required. We have got it on. Oh, that's a good point. Yes, automatic application. I was going to say, I think we have. I'm sure we have. That bit right. So, let's go into the other field until we run out, and then we'll go back and get some more. We'll get at least one field done before the end of this episode. But new land, some new sell points in. We bought a whole load of new equipment. Tedder, forage or feed mixer wagon. We got a new slurry spreader. We got the tedder. Did I say tedder? Wind mowers. The vehicle from Rob. It's been very productive. Very productive. Actually, you know what? We might get away with just one more load. How much is this requiring? A little bit more than the other one. It spreads out quite wide. I might buy one of these. They weren't too expensive. I think it was only 280, 290 to lease. I leased the weight as well. But if we're going to use this rig for this sort of thing, it might not be a bad idea. This is actually spreading way better than I thought it was going to. I bought way too much lime, but at least we got some spare. So we're going to need it as well. Moving forward, we're going to need some way of producing our own lime, because if we're going to be supplying this, we're going to need to do lime. The obvious way of doing that is stones, and then I thought I might be able to cut through here, but maybe not. Yeah, stones, and then have some kind of production to make it, or we can just buy lime. But then there's not much point in us buying lime to sell to other people unless we can get it wholesale. We're actually better off if we can produce it ourselves. That's a little bit deeper there. I'm not sure about that. Whoa. Flexibility. I'm going to get some more in a little while. Before the end of this episode, I'm going to get this field done. Now we seed, and then we will do our... Deary me. Deary, deary me. We have got some... Wow, we're getting a lot of wheel slip there. I'm going to have to switch over to the other tractor for this. I thought it'd be fine. Nope. I think the rear 3-point has pushed it really low down. Come on now. So next episode, who knows next episode? Cows next episode. I want to get cows underway. Now we've got the way to feed them. Like I say, 4 slurry, 4 manure, and obviously then there's going to be the milk. Yep, we need to switch over. And then, what's... Well, this is interesting. Yep. Definitely switch over. I'm having an absolute mare. Oh, any other other content creator would edit all this out. They don't want people to see mistakes. They don't want people to say, "You're an idiot, mate. How long have you been playing this game? You're supposed to know what you're doing." You're absolutely right. You know, some days it just doesn't. Nothing seems to go right. I don't know what's going on today. I don't know if my mind's on other things, or whether I'm not too sure. I don't know. Let's put this weight down. I'm going to forget it's here and lose it in amongst the weeds. Then I'm going to be asking you 2 episodes time. What happened to that weight we had? I should be able to pull the slurry spreader with that. Engine off, then get out. Right. Let's go and get this seeder. Open the rear window, just give us a bit of air. I was running out of oxygen. You know what it's like. Oh. Definitely will get a different seeder. Because this one's got the power harrow on the front as well. I'm not a great fan of that. But I suppose it does the seed bed. It does. There you go. That's better. This is what it's supposed to be doing. So this one wheat, the other one barley. I'll do the barley one off camera. All I want to do is get this done, and let's get the slurry on it so we know it's done. We know our nitrogen's fine. We know that our pH is fine. I don't have a roller. We need to get a roller. Probably do need to get a little windrower as well. Shouldn't be too expensive. We've still got a bit of money left, and the sort of money I'm spending on these I'm not breaking the bank. Well, I'll be. Good shout on this, Rob. Thank you for sending it over, mate. Because without this, I would have had trouble today. What are the odds? Isn't it weird how these things kind of work out? Stars align. You get a message and you think, oh yeah, I could look at that. Oh yeah, maybe in a couple of episodes. I thought, you know what? No, I'll do it. And as it turned out, worked out absolutely perfectly. Well, here's something weird. The bottom left shows you what we're putting on. And what I don't understand, I've never had this happen before when I've run precision farming. So normally I've got automatic application rate on, so that will, once you've done it in the correct order, so you do your pH, and that's saying pH value perfect, and then you do your seeding, and then your nitrogen goes in based upon what seed you put in, because soybean produces its own nitrogen, so it doesn't require as much. With automatic application rate, it puts down whatever nitrogen you need to hit the perfect rate. If I come across all the rest of the field, look, nitrogen bad, 85 of 180 kilograms, but that makes no sense. It's showing wheat growing. I've never had that happen before. You normally do your pass with whatever nitrogen however you're applying it, whether it's manure, whether it's slurry, whatever it might be, and you do your automatic application, which puts down the correct thing for the correct soil type for the correct seed in that soil type. Why is it showing bad? Expected yield 68%. What? That makes no sense. Deactivate automatic application rate. I've got it's on. Why is it? I'm baffled. I'm going to go and get another full tank, and I need to do the other field. Money's gone down massively. I bought a roller. That's just there. I bought that over, and I bought myself a windrower for doing the stuff I'm going to do in the other field. But I'm really confused. I'm not having a good day. I think I might have worked out what the problem is. If you look top left, it says applying slurry amount depending on soil yield potential, silty clay. Now what normally happens is, once your seed is in the ground, and it has been seeded, it says field info, crop type barley, growth, growing, needs rolling, we've got a roller over there. So when you put your nitrogen on the ground, it puts down the nitrogen based upon what crop. So it will say applying nitrogen, go back to here, it will say applying slurry amount depending on wheat or barley or wherever it is, the crop. It's not registering a crop type. That's why. For some reason it's not registering I've got a crop in the ground. So that's why our pH is perfect. But if we come across again here, nitrogen's saying bad. It's nowhere near where it needs to be, because for some reason it's not saying there's crop in there. I don't understand why though. Like I said, I've never had this happen before. This could be a bit of a problem. Let's turn that on. Yeah, it's not... I'm not dreaming that, am I? What I might have to do is grab a chemical fertiliser spreader and see if it does it with that. See if it's just the slurry for some reason that's doing it. Whether manure would be the same, whether it's... Potentially it could be the tanker. It'd be weird if it was, though, that it wouldn't be registering because of the tanker. I don't understand. I'm going to finish off rolling. Yeah, I need to reassess my life choices. I need to reassess what I'm doing. What's going on? I should be able to get the last bit done and not have to refill again. Hopefully, that at least is my plan. Go. How bizarre. Having just bought that, I don't have to buy another one. Let's check our field. Go down to there. That one's not even showing. Oh, because that was the yield from the last crop, wasn't it? As I say, we didn't have a yield in that one. We've got crops in them. They're definitely growing. I just don't know. Yeah, I might have to do some testing on that. How weird. We are building quite a collection of equipment though. I am starting to wonder, you know, although I've got my red beet and I've got my parsnip stored up at the other farm, I'm not using the other farm at all. I've got a workshop over there, I've got cow barns, I've got loads of silage clamps. Whether or not I might be better off just selling the farm. Do you reckon? What do you reckon? Do I need it, or should I just carry on with what I'm doing here? It's not like we've got any land around it over there, we've just got the farm itself, but it might be worth a few pfennigs. But anyway, 6 metre roller, it will do the job for what we need for the time being. Let's get this rolled in. I'll have to try and start doing some investigatives to see what's going on with this situation, because it's very peculiar. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. What not to do with MrSealyp. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do, don't forget, merch is available. Channel memberships are also available now, if you're interested in that. And thanks for watching.